Hey friends, it's Michael Goldsman from clearingconnect.com with you here. And I want to talk about with you for a second special astrological holidays. This may sound like a very esoteric topic, but I want to tell you more about what I mean by this because it's relevant to your ability to clear karma. It's relevant to your connection with me and with my work. And it's something very unique I have found to the Vedic tradition, though it's represented in many ancient or more indigenous traditions around the world. And this is the idea that there are certain days in the year where it is more auspicious to do certain clearing ceremonies, clearing work, or to receive certain types of blessings from the universe. And this is based, at least in the Vedic tradition, this is based on astrology. It's their astrological system, where when there's certain alignments of energy that occur, an auspiciousness, a window is open. Sometimes that window is relatively short, maybe a few hours. Sometimes it's a week or longer. But I have found over my 25 years in connection with this particular tradition that these dates are mystically wonderful and powerful and very important to me. And that's why I want to share them with you for your own progress, no matter what background or tradition you may be from. But what I'm referring to specifically in this video here today is something that happens each year in April. I believe it's always in April, though the specific calendar date in our modern calendar changes each year because this holiday is based on the moon phase that occurs during a particular solar month of the year. And this is known as Akshaya Tritiya. So Tritiya meaning third moon phase. And this particular date occurs only this once per year, and it's considered to be the most auspicious day to access the energy of Lakshmi over the whole year. Lakshmi is the divine goddess of abundance and auspiciousness and wealth in the Vedic tradition. Now you may say, well, I'm not from that tradition, so that particular god or goddess, whatever I'm talking about, isn't for me. And I want to say to you that's not necessarily the case. All of the true archetypes, you could say, beyond simply the versions that people disagree on and fight about here on the planet, the true spiritual patterns or archetypes that are beneath, you might say, the realm of the gods and goddesses. These are universal beings that are available to everyone. In order to be a god or goddess, you have to be universal. You can't be just the god of one person or one group and not another. That doesn't make you a true god. It makes you only a sectarian kind of belief system. So Lakshmi, you may not be familiar with that name in your particular tradition, but you do have access. Think about Lakshmi as being the name that represents the divine quality of all needs met, of there being enough for you, enough of what? Enough relationship, enough health, enough money, enough opportunity, enough just longevity. Whatever there needs to be enough of, enough opportunities, I would say that that is a divine quality, a divine principle of there being actually enough. It's a quality when people say God is love. We can sort of intuitively in our moments of meditation recognize that there is a presence beneath everything that is a loving presence that really holds the universe together. And like that presence of love, the presence of there being enough resources for us individually and for us collectively. That's the thing. It's not just us individually, it's also collectively. This is a divine principle. It's a divine principle. Divine principles are sometimes hard to grasp. I mean, I would say they're always hard to grasp, mentally speaking, or with our ordinary human consciousness. And so in various systems throughout the world, these principles, these over-transcendent divine principles and inner divine principles have often been named. They have been named as particular forms, gods or goddesses, because it may be easier for us to look at a particular icon or statue or image or have a name in mind. This is what I'm focusing on now. So when we focus on Lakshmi, we're focusing on these qualities, the principle of God, principle of spirit, that means there is enough. Now, the gods and goddesses are also all one. They're also all connected to each other because it's all one principle, it's one overarching principle and energy we're talking about here that is ineffable and beyond our human awareness. But we talk about the different qualities so we can begin to develop them in our lives. And so the Vedic system gave us not only a certain date on which we could more reliably or auspiciously, based on the movement of the planets, connect with this divine archetype, but they also gave us a series of remedies. Remedies are sacred ceremonies. They're typically performed by the priests in this tradition who go through extensive training for years and years and years, memorizing hundreds of thousands of lines of sacred scripture, knowing exactly how to work with these traditional remedies that have been developed over 10, 20,000 years or more. What I have done in my work is I have used some of my modern clearing techniques with the energy fields of the remedies themselves. So I am not a Vedic priest. I've not been trained in that tradition in that way, though I've had connection with it, association with it for the past 25 years or so. Been to India myself and felt the benefit from that particular tradition. But I've asked myself, how can I begin to bring that tradition, help to facilitate more of those remedies for more people worldwide? So what I do is I call forth the energy fields of the tradition as it's been practiced past, present, and future. And we bring these remedies and we open up your energy field, your Akashic field, your soul records, your ancestral inheritance. And we do this all on the proper timed day. In this case, it's the April day of Akshaya Tritiya, this auspicious day of ever-expanding, non-declining wealth is what this day is also referred to. And during that auspicious day, it is more possible that the depths of wealth blocks that are within you come forward to be released. And it is more easy because of the alignment of the planets and also because of the remedies that are performed on your behalf for us to release that karma and to attune ourselves to be in direct connection with that word, that goddess, that principle that I'm calling Lakshmi, which, remember, is a word that stands for the universal principle of all needs being met for you, for me, and for all of us. I would say that we are here in order to, among other things, activate to that principle. That's a very important principle. You could have all the love, if you talk about God as love, we could activate and have all the love that we want in the world, but if we don't have all needs met, then it's very difficult for us to really ground or work with that principle of love. You think about it. So it's not a selfish thing to say all needs need to be met. I'm not just putting this into a context of we need to hoard and be greedy and take from other people, or we need to have some certain amount in the bank in order to be acceptable or officially prosperous. That's not really what this is about. This is about increasing the innate connection you have to the principle of abundance, all needs met, auspiciousness, things working out in your favor according to your inspiration, the development of your gifts, and your feeling of, yes, I'm saying yes to the universe, and I'm saying yes to being a channel of prosperity for others. All of this becomes more attainable as we follow the rhythms of the universe, perform remedies at the appropriate times. So I want to encourage you to understand more about this Akshaya Tritiya time and to participate in remedies and rituals whenever you can. Beneath this video, I will put a link to my current offerings around this particular astrological holiday. Even if it is not that holiday, here's the really interesting thing about my work, is that even if it is not that holiday right now, if I have previously recorded a clearing on that holiday, that energy has been captured for you. And if you just simply listen to the recording now, you will be able to access that unique astrological window. So, I've said a lot of things that probably should have been said in the course of many, many hours of explaining the nature of the universe and realities and oneness of the gods, but also their diversity, and also how all the principles of spirit. We might be able to break down into love or into abundance or into wholeness. All of these qualities are important. They work with each other, and we are here to reflect and to reveal these divine qualities in our life, individually and collectively. So to connect with me, friends, please feel free to click below to my website, clearandconnect.com. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, peace and blessings to you. Bye-bye.